What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And this is kind of a weird week how everything has happened. So tonight, I want to give you a little bit of hope, even though we're like, oh, yay, we finally started getting bullish and then get like our feet just kicked out from underneath of us, right? That's kind of how it feels. This is a typical bear market situation. When we go down to those crazy extreme low prices where we're actually talking about a lot of altcoins going to new all-time lows or new bear market lows. That is a very hard place to come out of. Now, ICP got lucky and did not go to its all-time low. But is there something on my nose? But I believe that we are in a position now that we are turning previous resistance that we broke out of into support now. So I believe that we could be on a road to $10. That's not just clickbait for the video. Oh, there's really something on my nose right here. Am I tripping or is there something on my nose? Oh well. So ICP is in a good place, even though it seems like, well, we just went up to almost, $6 and then all the way back to $5. This is actually what I would expect to happen. When we go up to a level, if we would have kept going, saying like stayed at 580, right? Well, what could have happened is if we go sideways there for a while, we could actually lose the $5 level again and go back and touch that, maybe all-time low. The good thing is we go up to 580 and then go back and touch that retest of our resistance, now support, and that is going to confirm that level. Then the next time we go at the $6 level, we could break that because one, we've already kind of tested it right now. Two, we've established support at that $5 level or 520 or wherever that's at. We're going to look at that now. And it gives us momentum into the next week. The thing is, we just had, if you remember the last several closes that we've had, it was like 585, 590, 592. And then we had that big breakdown that we had to close at like, 480 something? I'm not sure. We'll go look at that. But we had a crazy low close. So this week, going all the way up to 580, that's why it's not bad that we've actually gone back down to about 520. That's okay, because Bitcoin is just still at over 20,000 right now. It did break from that 21,000. So all of these are reasons why ICP is actually in a good place, even though it's not as high as we'd like to see it in the price. I think it's establishing itself very, very well in this bear market. So let's get in to the price after we say what's up in the chat. Thumbs up this video if you want to see ICP hit $10. And I believe we're on that road right now that you could possibly double your money in a bear market. Not financial advice, and don't just get into ICP because you think you're going to double your money. You could get wrecked that way. But if you actually look at it as a project and a long-term investment, and then if you make money in the short term, then, yay for you, right? But this is more of just like you can use it as a short-term, medium-term, or long-term investment. But that it's all your situation, depending. So, what's up, motivational sub man? Jaffe, huh? I got a poked bot and an island finally. How we all get an island. I swear, how do you know all of these things? Yeah, or do we have the same brain or something? Like every time you tell me about an NFT you got, I swear I just got the same NFTs. I actually have a poked bot and an island, so it would be really cool if we could play Cubetopia with Victor and Six Figs. That would be really awesome. So maybe we'll do that in the future. We're still gonna have a Guido Val on the show. We're gonna have a lot of cool stuff. So too bad the alts on ICP are taking a nosedive. Yeah, it makes me sad to see that, but as long as they, don't like really tank, I'm okay. This is a bear market, and the altcoins, it was a very bad time for those meme coins to come out, and we were able to just look at it this way. We were able to make a lot of money in a bear market with these tokens when they first came out. Now, after, most tokens initial launching, they do tend to go down and find their legs, especially in a bear market. If we were in a bull market, it would go up and then find its all-time high. And then in the bear market, after that, it would have to find its legs. No matter what crypto you have, eventually, whether it's in a bull market, it has to go to an all-time high. And then the next bear market, it finds its legs. Or if it starts out in a bear market, it will still have a pump, not as a major of one, but then it will go down and find its legs in the bear market. So that's what's happening right now with ICP tokens. So I'm really not worried about it, or I'd pull all my money out and be like, no, I'll leave a couple dollars in just to support. But no, I actually think there's money to be made still. Even if I do lose in the short term, I'm not really worried about it. So 460 is the low. Yeah. And we did not retouch that. If you look, we went to 467. So we have not had a new low. Makes no sense. Sorry, I don't know it. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. I'm following you, King. You just had your comments in two different places. But yeah, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me why the tokens are going down other than finding its legs and being in a bear market. That is the only reason, because they're great projects, and I don't understand, like you're saying, the reason I don't understand is why is there not a lot more people in there? Turn off the air conditioner. So, yeah, I love the ecosystem too. Oh, the realist MC, what up, man? Long time no see. All right. Ben from BitBoy Crypto secretly has an island. No way. I know he has a WagMe NFT for sure, 100%. It actually has his face on it, so we might have something special coming up too. Cubetopia sounds like a fun time. Yeah, I never really liked Minecraft that much, but bringing value into the game of Minecraft with NFTs, it got my interest right there. That's what won me over to Minecraft or Cubetopia. So I'm glad you got one you can play and screen share. Yeah, and so that would be cool to have like a community, a game of Cubetopia, not just like the influencers playing, but like the community, the whole community will all play, and maybe we can drown an island if we get enough people on it. You think enough weight, like if you got enough characters on one island, could you actually sink it? Uh, I'm not worried about it either. Just sad I did not um, save some ICP in my account to buy some more alts. That's okay though. I mean, you did something you believed in. You knew that there was a possibility you could lose, and you made some money in the short term though. But if I never trade all of my ICP for ICP tokens. I ended up in that situation before, and so now I plan not to do that. So, oh, you do love Minecraft, okay? If ICP hits an all-time high, I might be able to buy my own island. Yeah, not a Cubetopia one, but a real one. Start giving away real islands like Mr. Beast over here. Cubetopia tweeted they sent it to him on their page. No way! Oh, what? Cubetopia tweeted that they sent it to them on their page. We all can play. How we all can grab one here. And well, I don't know if you have the link, but I will get that link real quick. Hold on. Let's get the Cubetopia link. And then you guys, if you want to go check out the islands or whatever, let's see here. Play now. All right, here's that. All right. Now let me just put it in the chat here. And this is an on-chain link, so it's not like some weird link. It's just the actual on-chain game. And then you can actually go to Intrapot as well and buy the island. This is where you play Cubetopia. You would actually buy the island, I believe, off of Intrapot. They might have a place on, the place, the game where you can go buy an island as well. So, sorry guys, I'm just kind of like, I'm blah tonight. Like I'm talking and then like it just feels like I'm sleeping or something. I'm in a dream. No, I don't know. I feel weird right now. Feeling weird. All right, let's get into some price action though before I start freaking out. No, I'm actually having a good day. Just like talking right now. Just I don't know. I've never been a big public speaker, and so like being on, having a YouTube channel, it's made me, kind of talk a lot more than I'm really used to. So. And I'm always trying to be more talkative than I feel. So we did move down to rank 39 now. We are actually neck and neck with several different cryptocurrencies. I actually want to take a look at that real quick. And we can see what crypto is actually, kind of giving us a little bit of trouble here in the top 40. And the one that just beat us out is ApeCoin. And what? Terra Classic is above. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of this screen right here. Okay. I mean, what is up with that, right? Luna Classic beating out Internet Computer. That makes me sick. Okay, anyway. Add to stream. There we go. All right. So, but look at H bar. Now, I'm actually pretty impressed with H bar, and I do think I'm going to look a little bit into this. I know Crypto Mason really was into H bar a lot, and it is really at the beginning of the supply. If you look at it, I think very little of the supply is out there. Yeah. Look, there is a max supply of 50 billion, and there's only 22 billion 900 million out there. So about 23 billion, not even half of the supply is out there yet. And it was way lower than that. When I was looking at it, it was like, I don't know, 20% last time I looked at it. So they're actually putting a lot on the market. And the best time to do that's in the bear market because you're already losing money anyway. But you want to be careful because you don't want to dump your crypto into oblivion. So they got to be careful with that. But it looks like H bar is doing really well. It is not better than Internet Computer, but I think, it's a hash graph, right? So it does something different than Internet Computer. And I think these two combined, I would be interested to see what, a hash graph would look like on the Internet Computer or something like that. So, but yeah, Chili's, I could see this one being up there. Terra Classic, give me a break. ApeCoin, I can see why that one's up there. But as you see, we are within, 100 million of moving up several ranks. So it doesn't take a whole lot, to move us up into the top 30. So if we get a 600, million pump, we could move easy into the top 30. And then what would it take for us to get into the top 20? So we would have to about 3x in market cap from where we're at to take the top 20, which you see Cosmos and Chainlink. And Internet Computer is one of these layer one blockchains that are going to start to have these massive market caps. And we are in such an early stage, if you think of it like that. Like, yeah, Chainlink back in the day, remember? It was probably about a 1 billion for a long time, and now it's sitting up at the $4 billion market cap in a bear market. So these are the things, you want to look at. And then to get into the top 10, now is when we're actually going to start to get to the big movements. And you see the Solanas and the Polygons. And why? What are the cryptos that are coming after Internet Computer while it's still down here, if you think about that? Internet Computer, steadily moves throughout the 30s. But it seems, oh, look at that FTX token number 25. No wonder they're getting scared about the Internet Computer, right? They have this FTT token with a $3 billion market cap. And so they didn't want this crazy, awesome crypto that is going to come out to do better than their token. And also, not only the FTT, but let's look at number 10 up here. Oh, number 16, though, by the way, AVAX, another one that tried to kill Internet Computer and failed miserably with their lies. And then we move up here to Solana. And this is basically Sam Bankman-Fried's, love child. And this and the FTX token combine, use their power to try to, and AVAX as well. They all try to take the Internet Computer down because they don't want to see it moving up in these ranks, right? So we will be up with the Cardanos. This is why I know the Internet Computer is going to be a top 10 crypto. Look at the top 10 and top 20 cryptos, and you can tell there's a theme. Cosmos, layer one. Litecoin, I would consider that a layer one as well, even though it's a fork off of, Bitcoin. AVAX, layer one. Tron, layer one. Then you have your stable coin, your meme coin, but those are crazy meme coins. There's two of them that did it big. Then you got your Polkadot, another layer one. You have your Polygon, which was a layer two, now is a layer one. So is there a theme that we're getting here? Solana, layer one. Cardano, layer one. Dogecoin, meme coin, right? Then you have another stable coin, another layer one. Another stable coin, another layer one. Are you guys starting to get the theme here? So the internet computer is going to end up in this area somewhere right here between 15 and maybe even 3. That would be a crazy market cap though. But I mean, I could definitely see something like that happening for sure. So okay, let's get into some price now. I didn't know that we were going to do that, but that was actually pretty interesting. If you really think about what internet computer is, and the price, the market cap, and what it is for the future of crypto, and you have a juggernaut. No wonder they tried to tank this before it got its feet underneath of it, because it puts their crypto at risk with their outages and the second best internet computer in my opinion. So let's go to look at the weekly price though before we do the daily or smaller time frames, because I want to see if we are still above this crucial level. And if we are, then we're still good, and I'm going to be so happy. So this is going to tell everything right here. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes, dude, this is so awesome. It doesn't mean we're going to $10 right now, but this is going to tell us that we most likely are going to hold this support level. And what I'm talking about is this level on the RSI. The purple one is where we are at right now, and the yellow one is the moving average. And it just jumped a little bit above there. No. But I that is still holding support. We have not lost that yet, so that's still good. Unless this gets up there at about it starts getting far away from it, then we will have a little bit to worry about. But for now, it hasn't broke that. That was crazy how right when I said that it went under. Did you guys saw that, right? I'm like, yes, and then boom, it goes under. Like somebody did that for the pleasure of my live stream. um, but yeah, look, it goes back up now. Anyway, let's go look at the EMAs, because this is another crucial area, and that's at 560. We absolutely need to get above 560 in this next week in order to continue bullish. So this EMA 9 is going to be very critical in the next coming week. And so what I'm going to talk about here in a minute is the previous weeks into where we're at right now, because that is going to be a big indicator of where we're going to be going. So as you see, the Bollinger was starting to open up because we were starting to get some price movements. We got rejected by the EMA 9, so we didn't go up and touch the middle price of the Bollinger. So this Bollinger could start squeezing on us again instead of opening. That kind of depends on where we go from here. But if we look in these last several weeks, let's kind of zoom in here a little bit more and look at these last few weeks. If you see, a kind of trend, we had this big head and shoulders pattern right here that broke to the downside. We had a descending triangle, broke to the downside. And this one looks like we found a recovery right here. This was the low point. So let's look at the closes, though, and this is why we broke down. So if we go all the way back to September 12th, we look at the price. We had a low of 549. We had a high of 726. This was a big breakdown. We actually went and touched that middle price of the Bollinger and got rejected hard, went back under the EMA 9. We almost made a breakout right here. We would have broke out. This would have triggered bullish momentum from here, and I think that's why they dumped it on us. They used, this median price or this middle price to dump the price, because when you hit a resistance level and you get rejected, the bears can use that to dump the price even further, and that's what they did from 726 all the way to 549. That wasn't that bad because we kind of held. And where did we close that week? We closed at 585. That was very crucial, but the wick kind of was the downfall of that. We'll get to that in a minute. Then we kind of had, a spinning top here, which that is very bad. Another spinning top, and then a final, nail in the coffin there. But I was holding out hope because, as you see here, we closed at 585 here. Then the next week we closed at 590. We closed higher. That was very important to close higher. So the next week we closed even higher at 591. This says we're bullish now, at least a little bit. Well, we didn't go high enough because we had this where we closed at 585 again, which was lower. That's what, if we would have closed at 592 even, we would not have had this breakdown right here, right? That would not have happened. So, and now why I'm talking about this is because we had another kind of similar situation right here, but it's a little bit different this time, and I'm going to show you why. Did you notice these, the spinning tops, the really, really bad looking spinning tops here, which just means that the bulls tried to come in and hold this level, and the bears just beat it down again. The bulls came back again to test. They used the EMA 9 and the simple or the middle moving average or the Bollinger. I want to know what that's called. I'm going to look that up so I can tell you what it's really called. But this orange line right here, and they use this to kind of break it down. So now we go even lower, and we have a low down of like 467, right? So this 467, that wasn't the all-time low. Look over here at 460, right? Over here on June 13th. So we didn't go to an all-time low. That's great. We did have the low of 467, went up and closed at 499. That's very crucial. Then the next week, we go up and we close at 503. Okay. This wasn't a spinning top. You see how, the bottom gets pushed up farther? That means the bulls are in control now. The bears were trying to push it down further, and the bulls said, no, we're holding this level. We have support. Boom. Then we get over here to this candle, and it's kind of a draw. We have a draw, right? And then we have a real draw right here, but we are in an upward momentum. Why it's different from last time is because we had sideways action and we were losing every time. Even when we would win, it was a very, very small win. These are substantial pumps to the upside. Even when it went down, we held strong, in the middle there. This week is very crucial. If we can hold this week and even pump and have like a green candle at least like this, then we are on our way to $10. We will start that road to testing this middle price at 637, breaking above that $6 resistance that we have right here now, which is going to be very, very detrimental if we cannot get above. And I would say the next 2 or 3 weeks, I really think in the next month or so, we are going to end up seeing about $8. By the end of the year, we could see 10. But I think maybe by Thanksgiving, first week of December, we could see, an $8 crypto, and maybe by the end of the year, we go up higher. But let's go to the daily, and we will really get an idea of where our support and resistance is at right now. We have a big one at 560. That is going to be the EMA 9 at 564 over there. So that is a big one on the weekly. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, we did have kind of a W pattern play out. And then get rejected down. It was kind of a cup and handle, and it did go all the way back up. Yeah, that's definitely a cup and handle. But where are we now? Let's get these indicators out. Whoops. Wrong one. Oh, I guess I already have too many out there. Okay, so let's just look at the Bollinger. First off, when did we start turning bullish, right? We had sideways momentum here. We broke above the EMA 9, which is bullish. Then we got above. See, it's always like the EMA 9, and then there's that middle price for the Bollinger, right? Those two are like simultaneous. And then this X right here, where the EMA 9 meets the middle moving average for the Bollinger. That's when we got our bullish momentum, is when we broke out of that middle point right there, right? And now we went back down to touch that. We broke out, and now we went down to touch this. The only thing is now the EMA 9 is at 529. We need to get above this in the next day in order to continue bullish momentum this week. We could have an ascending triangle forming here on a major level. So I would, if you want to zoom out a little bit now, we can look at the macro level a little bit. I know we always kind of zoom in on my TA, but if we really, I could even do that. So we have a massive ascending triangle right here, which was, remember, this was support, and then it broke down. Now it's our resistance. So if we can break out above this point, that is going to be some majorly bullish momentum, which could help us out on the weekly to get back above that EMA 9 at 560 something. And this could actually turn out to be a good week. The technicals are still looking pretty decent. We are really testing that middle ground on the weekly with the RSI. And on the daily, we are above it still. So that's very good news. I love to see this, just because I know the ecosystem is busting its butt right now. So the price is indicative of that. And the more that happens in the ecosystem, the more we're going to see these price moves. So now let's get some more indicators out here. We want the moving averages to see where. Let's get this one out. All right, let's do the 21. Okay, so we kind of have a double resistance right there, 526 and 529. Oh, we're actually no. If we might be above that EMA 21 because we're at 526. So unless it's below that, I say we're holding that as support. So it looks like we're bouncing off of 526 to 529. So this is going to tell us which way we're going to be going right now. If we break above 529, we're going to end up going bullish, and we're probably going to at least go up to about 550 again. If we fail to hold this $5.26 level, we are going to end up going back down, possibly to 508, back down to about $5. So these are the two possibilities, and this will tell you if you keep an eye on the EMA 21 and the EMA 9. So whichever way it breaks out to is the way we're going to be going, at least in the immediate short term. So I'm going to get rid of the RSI so I can get one more moving average out here. Let's get the 50 out here now. Because if we're above the 50, things are actually a lot better. Okay, so we were above the 50. Remember, I think I made a video, and I'm like, yes, we're finally above the 50. And then actually it was resistance because we just barely went above it. We did have one candle close above it, but then we got rejected right after that. So we have a lot of support, but we also have some resistance. So this is kind of, it's a battle right now, man. I'm not going to lie, but this is just a short-term battle. So I'm not really worried about it. Even if we lose the short-term battle, we will have the final say, which I mean the bulls will, because the ecosystem speaks for itself. So this is just the technical analysis. This is only like a very small fraction of what internet computer even is. This is just the chart. I mean, it's not even a 1% of what, the project really is. So, I mean, not even 0.1%, but all right. So it does look like we have this amazing support right here. We broke out, kind of confirmed this level, broke out, confirmed, oops, got rejected, broke out, kind of confirm, broke out, confirmed, got rejected. So I think there's going to be a massive amount of support where we're at right now. This looks like a very good place for a bounce up to the upside. So we are at 525 right now, but I still don't think that that's going to, be enough. If it does go down, like say to 523, then it did break that EMA 21, and then we will go to the downside. So if we can stay, if we can get to about 532, then we break the EMA 9 to the upside. So just know that. Those are the levels we're going to be watching, 523 and 532. So just backwards of each other, 523, 532. Pretty easy to remember. So we did have this head and shoulders pattern right here. That's why we fell on the 30-minute, or the 4 hour, sorry. I normally go from the daily to the 4 hour, but this time I decided to go from the daily to the or I go from the daily to the 30-minute. Today I decided to do the 4 hour. Jeez, I told you my brain is not working well today. And I did eat too, so I don't know. I'm just feeling weird. Not in a bad way. I'm just like kind of blah. Anyway, my brain is on vacation. Let's just say that. So we have this massive head and shoulders pattern right here. And if you see this, it actually went exactly where that support is down here. So even if we did go a little bit further down, it wouldn't be too bad. Okay, this is exactly where it went. Maybe I was a little too high on that. Okay, yeah. So that is perfect actually. It basically went to almost the exact level. So we're doing pretty good. Other than getting rejected right here, but sometimes you need some downward momentum to continue bullish momentum. That's just the way it works sometimes. And as you see, we are on the 30-minute really starting to go up and break some levels. So I really want to see us at about 5, 32. Hey, that's where this moving average is right here. Yeah, the EMA 21 on the 30-minute. Isn't that cool how I guess that? So each one of these is going to be a little bit of resistance. The smaller the time frame, the smaller the resistance. So that's why you see me on the weekly getting so excited about the RSI, because the bigger the time frame, the bigger impact that it has. So if we go here and we look at the RSI and we're bullish on the weekly, this is the biggest time frame. I guess you have the monthly too, but this is one of the biggest time frames you have. And yes, we're back above it, baby, by 10, by 8. We're only up above it by 8. So we're still looking good, though. And if we continue this bullish momentum, say hello to $10 very soon. Probably early next year at the latest. So I think things are going awesome. What was I going to say? We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I have a giveaway on Twitter right now that I'm doing with ICP, IC Fantasy World, which they do the IC Clouds. If you haven't, go over there and get your name in that contest. We're giving away, I think, like 50 prizes. So almost everybody who joins is going to get a prize. There's 40 whitelist spots and 10 NFTs. So you could get a free NFT, and then you could also get on a whitelist spot to buy cheaper IC Clouds. And I think they have a new NFT line that's coming out, which is the IC Clouds, but like in with gear. I don't know. That might be the same one, but I thought I saw two different ones. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that one. But the price is looking amazing. Everything is looking like we needed to retest this level. Every time that we go up and we sustain a level, it's because we went up and then we found our support, or we went up and then we went back down to test support before going back up. And always that leads us to the upside. And being above that simple moving average on the RSI on the weekly, that means that we have enough volume in being traded back and forth in ICP right now to sustain that level of price. Now let's go look at the Wyckoff accumulation real quick. And this is my biggest reason why we're going to $10. So if you actually look, we have been inside of this range from, all right, let's get rid of all of these lines here real quick so I can show you. I don't know the indicators for the Wyckoff, but I can show you. And a Wyckoff basically is a crypto that trades inside a certain range. And then most of the time they dump down way down almost to the lowest range or below before they blast off. So this is looking like we have a big Wyckoff accumulation. I would say, between $9.80 to about $4.60. So that is more than double the price. If you go from here to there and then draw a line straight across, you can kind of see this box area of accumulation. So what normally happens is it will test the bottom again, but once we break out of this accumulation level, that's why I say if we go above $10, it's possibly going to start a bullish cycle. And that would mean other crypto, like Bitcoin, is doing good as well. And I think Bitcoin is possibly in a massive Wyckoff accumulation as well. And this stems all the way back from, May of 2022. Now, we could say there's a bigger Wyckoff in place, even all the way up to $35, but I don't think so. I really think that our Wyckoff is right where I said it is. And I believe that once we break out of this level right here, that we are really going to see the top of this. So, which means we're going to go up to $16 again. That is normally where you end, and sometimes even higher than the previous point of the breakdown from the Wyckoff. So I really believe in this level right here, and I really think that we're in for some amazing stuff coming into the future. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's what my understanding of when I did my research and I spent some time understanding it. And I could say some wild levels, but when you get in an area and you have a lot of back and forth in that same area, that to me signals a lot of accumulating at that level because they can't break above or below. That means there's not enough volume to break above, but there's too much volume to break below. So what happens is you get this tight little range where it trades inside of that area for a certain amount of time, and then it has to break somewhere. Like you get too much volume for the price, and it ends up just going way high because the more volume at that level you get, and the more people that are holding and not selling, the more buying pressure there is. And that could really start a massive rally. And I've seen it happen many times in the bull market, and I believe it can happen in a bear market too. You know, maybe not on quite the level, but if you remember back in the bull market, we had some serious bearish scenarios. We spent like a month in the bear market in the bull run. Remember? We had a bear market inside of the bull market. So that makes me think, even in a bear market, we could have like a little mini bear trend, like a month long bear trend, just like we had a month long bull trend in a bear market, just like we had a month long bear trend in the overall bull run. So if that happens, I mean, we could go up and touch like $9 again, you know, and stay in that box area. And then that would be kind of cool if we did go one more time in that area. Why I say that is the more time that you spend in that Wyckoff area, the more violently to the upside that you will go because you're accumulating and you'll have such a solid support at that level that the volume will overtake the price and it'll just skyrocket. And then you get the then you get the FOMO that comes in when it starts to skyrocket, and then it's to the moon from there. So these are the things that can happen. Then we look at the price, we look at the news, and we look at the ecosystem. So right now the price is pretty okay. The ecosystem is thriving. They have global R&D videos on, you know, Definity every month, letting you know what's happening. They are, you know, they're onboarding, you know, just through NFT creators and just being out there and being, you know, active in the community. You know, BitBoy Crypto just accepted a WAGMI NFT from somebody, you know, and actually tweeted about it from Agito Val in his WAGMI Dystopian collection. So people on the internet computer are starting to get the recognition that they need for it to succeed. Remember at the beginning of the video when we were talking about the market caps and where we see ICP fitting in that ranking and why it does because of what it does? Well, because it's just in its infancy. Most of these cryptos have been around at least 1 to about 4 and maybe even longer years than internet computer. So, and if you look at what it does compared to what a crypto like that does after it's full grown and mature, it has to be top 15 just by that alone. Not counting the Bitcoin integration, not counting these huge NFT projects only rivaled by CryptoPunks and Bored Ape, the Bitcoin Flower trilogy. I mean, that is what I didn't think Internet Computer had a project that big. When I heard about Bitcoin Flower, I thought it might be like 20 ICP. You know, at the time it was probably $7 each. I was like, oh, maybe 20. And when I saw how well it did, it starts making me think that, oh yeah, this is Bored Ape Yacht Club type in like the beginning stages. If you remember CryptoPunks, I think they were given away for free, is what I was told. And they weren't worth garbage at the beginning, right? They weren't worth anything. And now they're worth millions of dollars. So any one of these NFT collections or ICP tokens that we hold right now in the worst part of the market, even BitBoy's saying accumulate now. You have a chance right now in the bear market. And I agree 100% with that. Right now in the bear market, this is the time if you're going to, you know, consider an NFT project, consider an ICP token, consider ICP, right? So there's just so much to be said about that. You always have to look at those three things. And if you ever learned anything from my channel, that is it right there. The three things that you look for a crypto and how it is going to perform: technical analysis, ecosystem performance, and the news of the world. Those three things, you can basically judge what a crypto is going to do. Now, we can never predict, we can only judge, what it might do and give you scenarios. But those are the three things that we look at to have us understand what a crypto could possibly be doing. So, and it works a lot, like the news. Remember the China FUD? Bitcoin went down. Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin, it went up, right? So there are things that move the market outside of technical analysis, outside of the ecosystem, and that's what I'm talking about. So you traded all your ICP. Okay, well, we'll try to get you some more, man. Just get more. It's at a cheap price. I mean, you're still buying ICP under $6. So to me, these are dream level prices. I don't think ICP after this bull run will ever go under $10 again. That is what I think. If we have a Wyckoff, just think about this for a minute. If we have a massive Wyckoff accumulation between $4.60 and $9.80, we break out of this, head into the next bull run. Okay, we have so much support at that $4 to $9 level. We never go back down there again in the next bull market and then the bear market after that. We never see $10 again. Why? Because we had so much support at that level, and we blasted off so violently to the upside because of that support that we'll never see that level again. And that's a very big possibility. That the $5 to $10 range this is your only chance in your lifetime, is this bear market right now, and it's going to be over in less than a year. So it's starting to get like important now to let you guys know about it. It's like when Bitcoin started climbing, to the $10,000 to the $15,000 level, then people start noticing. But if you would have noticed at the $8,000 level before it blasted off the month before, because it literally went from 8 to 10 and then started climbing up to 15, right? So that could happen easily, and we could actually start a bull market any day now. Probably not for about a year, but the market's crazy, guys. And if there's some crazy bullish news that happens in the world, in the ecosystem, and in the the charts all at once, it could be the catalyst that pushes us into the next bull market. You never know. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but that's a possibility. And I don't doubt anything in this market now. Like, I've seen some stuff, and I don't doubt anything, that's legitimately possible. But I would love to currently building an Ark Survival right now. I know it's not an ICP game though, so I don't really. I think I asked you. You said it wasn't one, but domain handling system. If it is an ICP game, I might check it out. But I call shenanigans. That's sus about Luna Classic. Yeah, how is Luna above ICP? That means there's people in the world that care about more money more than they care about the community. That pisses me off, man. I screw Luna Classic, bro. Like, for real. I said it. Because it's garbage, dude. How can you rug people and then say, come back? We're not going to do it again. I promise. Come on, I promise you. We're not going to do it again. Do you believe me? I only stole a couple $1 billion from everybody. Do you believe me? Yeah, no. Fool me once, man, for $1 billion. That's the only time you get to fool me. Not fool me twice. No way. So yeah, that's craziness, dude. Luna. That's just people are greedy. That's what that says right there. That means that more people are greedy in the market right now than that care about the projects. We need to get more nerds or more video game lovers or just more people into the ecosystem that weren't in there before, because we need to get the people that have passions for like anime, that have passions for video games, that have passions for developing. We need those people on ICP. Why? Because it's not just a thing to make a quick buck. I mean, yes, it's going to make people a lot of money. I don't doubt that. Like, why else would you get into a crypto, right? To make money. But it is about way more than that. It isn't just about the price. They are rebuilding the internet in a way that is helping. All I've ever heard is ICP helping everything else. You don't hear, internet computer came after this thing and they slandered this person and they did this. It's always people attacking the internet computer. Have you noticed that? And they're always only defending themselves, but they do it very elegantly. They don't make a fuss. They don't do a smear campaign. What they do is they tell the truth. Oh, this is what they said. They tried to hide it. You try to expose ICP. I'm using quotes because there's nothing to expose. You're trying to expose this crypto by pumping it and then letting it dump on everybody and then trying to make it benefit your crypto. And so those things really make me mad. And because these Luna Classics, these Solanas, these FTTs, they don't care about the community. They don't care about you they care about your money. They don't care if you see, and the difference is in some of these communities, ICP defending, they want you to make money in their crypto, but they want you to see the long-term use of internet computer. Why not both? You can make money while supporting something that can probably change our world for the better, or at least help. I don't think it's going to be like the savior of all of it. No, it is a financial tool that is better than all of the rest so far. It can help us have freedom through internet identity and a blockchain that we never had before. And the price is really just a very, very small part of that, like I said. Grab some ICP and stake on the network. So I am getting so many rewards staking ICP right now. It's ridiculous. I never thought, let's just say my goals have been surpassed. And I don't want to talk too much about that because I have some, legal stuff going on. But after I get done with that, I'll be more forthcoming. I'm probably going to have to just not show you guys my portfolio for a little while. I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't need, added stress. I just want to make sure it's cool with my lawyer and everything because I have it's a civil matter going on, but nothing big. It's just I got to be careful in what I say and what I do right now. So, but it'll be over soon. I will as soon as my Brave payment comes through. Nice. And I'll probably send you an ICP or two, man. If you're out of ICP, I can just keep it in ICP though. Like I'll send you a couple ICP, but you got to hold them. You already have your tokens, so just hold on to those. And then I'll give you like 1 or 2 ICP to help you out. Just so you don't have no ICP. The realist MC. That'd be cool if Eminem just showed up in the chat one day or like, hey, what's up with ICP? What if Eminem came on here and was like, hey, how do I buy an ICP NFT? I would literally shit my pants. That would be sick. ICP will really take off once all the DeFi stuff are running. Right now, there's no easy way to buy ICP besides centralized exchange. People can't use it for collateral loans and stuff. Yeah. So this is a very, very, very good statement. I could make a whole video about this. The DeFi is one of the biggest catalysts to ICP becoming a top 10 crypto. And what I mean by that is a huge part of the integration with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And when we get Vitalik to actually, he's kind of co-signed for Internet Computer already. But when he gets on board and actually starts interacting with the Internet Computer with his tech and, like maybe using some storage capacity on the Internet Computer for Ethereum, maybe give us 10% of Ethereum storage capacity, $5 a year, baby, per gigabyte. That'd be a good deal for Ethereum. It's probably right around the same price as Amazon. So, hey, give us a shot. Give us 10%, And Vitalik could probably sign off on that, Who knows? But that is a good point, that right now you can only buy ICP off of centralized exchanges. I don't think there's a peer-to-peer exchange or place that you can trade ICP for crypto. You might be able to do it in like a wallet, like Garda Wallet or Atomic Wallet, or places like that have like an in-app exchange where you can trade crypto for crypto, but then you'd have to have like Bitcoin. So if you have a bank, you're going to need to use a centralized exchange. That's the only real way to get money onto the market unless you have USDT. That is the only other option is if you use like a stable coin, but then how are you going to buy the stable coin? You're going to have to buy it with cash somewhere. So the only way really to get into crypto is by cash, or if you get paid directly in crypto. If you get paid directly in crypto, there is a lot of legal mumbo jumbo in that you might not have to pay as many taxes as you think. Because if you get paid in crypto, so when you have to file your taxes, this is not legal advice. Don't take, but this is what I know. Okay. And don't take it as legal advice. But when you buy into crypto with cash, it's a taxable event because you're using US dollars to buy into crypto. Now, if you buy into crypto with crypto, it is not a taxable event because you're using an asset to buy an asset, right? So that is where the gray area gets in. As long as you don't use actual US dollars, it is not a taxable event. So then you get into a gray area. Or what? No, I think I have that backwards. Sorry. If it's a stable coin, yep. Sorry, I had that backwards. Gosh, I always get those mixed up. I think I have dyslexia or something. Um, but no, if you buy it with a stable coin, I'm sorry, because the stable coins will eventually, and this is my argument to why I think the banks are coming after Ripple for the technology, and they want something to do with the central banking system to allow them to use Ripple technology. I think that's a big part of it. And why I think that is a lot of the reason why you have to use a stable coin is because the banks are going to be able to keep a record of that. And when the banks are involved, then the government's involved. And when you get the government involved, they want money. And the best way for them to get money is to be in bed with these, organizations. Why do you think Sam Bankman-Fried wants crypto to be centralized? So where all peer-to-peer transactions have to go through a centralized exchange. So, Sam Bankman-Fried makes money off of that. Guess who else? The government. That is, the governments get paid from centralized exchanges. They have to pay for licenses. They have to pay for all sorts of stuff to be able to run their business in the United States. That's why you have Binance outside of the US. You have all these other crypto companies that try to not work in the US. That's why you only have Coinbase. And then maybe you have your Binance US and other stuff, but it's not very big. Because when you get to a big exchange, you start to get regulated and scrutinized, and that is when things go down the drain. So that is a huge, I told you I could make a whole video about what you're saying right here, man. It's going to change the way that we look at things. So if you're careful and you interact in crypto in the right way, legally, I'm telling you to do it by the book. And don't take my advice. Contact a lawyer before doing that, because it's a very gray area and you want to do it by the law. And there's ways that you can save yourself money legally. That's what I'm saying. Find the loopholes that are legal, that aren't going to be not sketchy loopholes, but ones that are legit, rovers, whatever it is. I shouldn't even say that, but whatever the case is, that you come out on top. So it's multi-layer too. ICP has its own multiple layer network. Yeah, Polygon. And you see Polygon is doing really well. If you ask yourself, why does Polygon do really well? Just think about it. It does a lot. Polygon came out to fix a problem with Ethereum at first, right? So it solved the problem that we had in crypto. What does ICP do? Bridge hack, solved. Security, solved. Scalability, solved. Gas fees, solved. No blackouts, solved. No centralized server, solved. So when you think about why Polygon is doing really well compared to why Internet Computer is going to be in that top 10 spot, it's a no-brainer. It is. TRX. All of those big layer ones are up there at the top of the list. And that's where ICP will be in. It'll claim its spot in the next couple of years. You watch. You really need tons of borrowing. Yeah, that is the catalyst. There's billions of dollars in DeFi. Billions. You could move billions of dollars that you would have never seen on the Internet Computer blockchain, or even on the Bitcoin blockchain, because of the Internet Computer and the gas fees. Now you opened it up to a whole new audience of people that can use it. Before, it was basically your wealthy people and people doing massive transactions that would even, use a wrapped system in the first place. So this is going to change all of that. And having those protocols in place to lend and borrow your Bitcoin, maybe you can borrow ICP, when you use your Bitcoin for collateral. You think, okay, Bitcoin isn't going up right now, but I think ICP is going to pump. I'm going to, put my Bitcoin for collateral, buy ICP with it right now. ICP goes up, I sell it, get my Bitcoin out of the collateral. Now I have extra ICP and I have the Bitcoin I started with. That's the way to make money with DeFi. And I could actually make videos about that. I know a lot of, stuff when it comes to crypto. I do videos on what I think you guys should hear about. And with the traditional DeFi, there's just not a lot of money to be made unless you're a big player. So what I think ICP does is it opens it up to everybody. And that is 99% of the money is poor. Just remember that. 1% of the money is rich. 99% of it's poor. So if you access 99% of the people to your network, you're going to win by default. Even if one person in the world all gave you $1, that is more than one person giving you $100 million. Think about it that way. You could have one rich person. It doesn't equal to a billion poor people, So that's what they need to think about is the scalability. And that's what Internet Computer does. And that's why it's going to be a juggernaut. So yeah, good point, man. Very good point. You really got me going on that one. Sol can't keep the network on long enough to compete. And dude, Solana's a good project, but with all the BS, with all the stuff with Sam Bankman-Fried, and all of that, it lost my interest, man. The blackouts, all of that. Come back in a couple of years, dust all that stuff off, separate yourself from SBF, and let's go. Right? That's the way I see it. H-Bar has NFTs. Yeah. No, H-Barbarians. See, I saw one where he got a WAGME NFT, but I never saw a Cubetopia NFT. Are you sure it wasn't WAGME, bro? Because Guido Val made a BitBoy Crypto WAGME NFT. I never heard of the Cubetopia one. I could be. I just might not have seen that post. It may well be there. Polygon it is still a layer 2. So what a layer 1 is, it's a blockchain that can be built upon. And what a layer 2 is a blockchain that can build upon another to make it better. So technically it's a layer 1 with layer 2 capabilities. That's what Polygon is. And same with Internet Computer. It's more of a layer 1. So Polygon was actually designed as a layer 2 and it somehow got implemented into a layer 1 later. It wasn't designed to be a layer, or maybe it was. Maybe that was part of the roadmap and they just put it out for the initial one first. But then Internet Computer, it's a layer 1 through and through, but it has layer 2 capabilities, like scaling Ethereum, like scaling Bitcoin, bringing Bitcoin and Ethereum to DeFi with the cheaper gas fees. So imagine now you can use Ethereum decentralized networks like Uniswap through a smart contract on ICP. So now you're not paying those big Uniswap fees and the Ethereum network fees. You're paying that 0.0001 ICP fee on the Uniswap or 1inch network. Who knows? I mean, the sky's the limit with this, guys. I am so excited to see what they have going. Like, the price is okay. Like, we'll make some money, but, man, they're going to change the game here. So this next week, crucial because interest, and UK also decide interest. Okay. Yeah, and if those go well, we could see a big pump. I don't really concentrate on these meetings. There's so many crypto influencers that do that, so they can go ahead and cover that stuff. But yeah, that's part of it. That's the news part of it, right? So I told you there's 3 things to look at: ecosystem, technical, and the news. And that's part of what you just said is part of the news. The FOMC stuff, right? So, yep, they all kind of roll together. This week is going to be a good week, and I think it will. And I think we're going to I'm hoping that we close either above 6 or above 592. We really, really need to close this week at $6, in my opinion, though. Or we probably will see, another retest of $5 again, and maybe for 60. Don't want to say that, but ICP and Cardano are very stable to buy at these levels. But this week might be a bull trap for everyone else. I would proceed with caution and do more research. It's unclear. And everybody, before you listen to anybody, do your own research or after. So this is what I think. I always listen to people's opinions, and I always take their advice as a consideration. What they say as a consideration. I don't just say, okay, he told me this. That is 100% true. That's exactly what I'm going to do. No research. I'm just going to do it. No, what I hear is, okay, he told me this. Let me go figure out the whole situation with this in mind because you told me that now. Now I know it. Now I can figure out my whole situation with this piece of information. That's what my channel is. My channel is that piece of information to help you make the bigger decision. That bigger decision is going to be up to you though. Spring will be much more fun. So let's get into the positive, guys. We are in the bear market. I think a lot of people are just bored and blah. Like I'm feeling blah today. That's how the market is right now. I think my mood is mirroring the market. Like I'm just blah. I just feel blah. That's all I can explain it. I don't feel bad. I just feel blah. I'm kind of digging that ICP attention from one of the biggest crypto. Yeah, that makes me really happy. But BitBoy has changed a lot in the last few months, and for a while, actually, I wouldn't watch his channel. I wouldn't, because I thought that he treated the smaller people like garbage, and I might have judged him too soon. Maybe he didn't even have us in mind, and that was part of the problem. But he's starting to recognize smaller people, even though it doesn't benefit him. And I'm starting to see that he is open to smaller people and helping. And I'm not just saying me, but when I see you help other small people, that's all I want to see. I'm not saying come help me. No, but when I see him helping, and even recognizing a Guido Val and that stuff, especially when he's not too big in the internet computer and then the H bar as well. I'm not a big H bar guy, and it doesn't do me any favors, but that kind of thing is like showing love for that community. Everybody who's holding H bar and H bar NFTs is going to benefit now from him saying that, not just to pump his own bag, but to legitimately help the community. And I can get behind someone like that. So what I did is I took a step back and I said, okay, I'll start fresh now. Like I will only judge you by what you do from here on out. And, because people have a past, I've made mistakes. So let's just judge him from what he does here forward. And from what I've seen, it's pretty good. So that's what I have to say about that. And I think it's pretty cool that he's, showing love, not just to one certain thing, but to, these communities. And that is kind of I'm not saying this is his job, but it is kind of his job, bro. I mean, what other word? It's his duty almost. Like not a job, but a duty at this point to help build crypto into a place where it needs to be and help these communities to get out there, in a way, especially when somebody is manipulating a crypto just for their financial gain, like he's seen, with this Sam Bankman-Fried. It wasn't just, it was Axie Infinity too. So these things are what need to be said. And when you only have like a 2,000 subscribe channel and a 10,000 subscribe channel saying it, yeah, it gets a little bit of attention, but it doesn't get the attention it deserves. So when somebody like BitBoy brings it to the attention of the whole space, that's like his duty. I'm not saying, dude, you got to do it, but like in your position, it's kind of your job to stand up for the space because of your platform. You have 1 point however many million followers, so you have a platform to battle from. That's your battlefront. Your people that stand behind you, and you're going to see other influencers come and stand behind you as well. And because we're in it with you at that point. You're standing for us, we'll stand with you. That's the way it works, right? And then then the community has our backs. So it's kind of like just a layer upon layer of people behind you at that point, because you took your duty seriously and stuck up for all of us. Now we can come behind you because you gave the platform for us to do that. See what I mean there? And so that's why it's very important, that we do that. We don't let these centralized authorities come in here and dictate everything we do. At this point, it doesn't have anything to do with ICP. It has a bigger picture. So that is definitely a positive thing. And shout out BitBoy for that, for sure. All right. Agree with that. A little cool off is healthy. Yeah. So the cool off, but I always say the retest. The cool off, the retest, those are the things that get the price to higher levels. So, and that's what we want. Nobody should trust BitBoy Crypto's intentions. He's got people into scams for his own profit multiple times in the past. There is plenty of evidence out there. Yeah. And he did make a video addressing that. And like I said, I'm starting fresh this day forward. So I will judge him by his actions going forward. Because in my eyes, he's redeemed himself at least a little bit by his actions. I don't always listen to what people say, but I always pay attention to what they do. So that's huge for me. But your voice is heard too. Like, I'm not just gonna shut you down because I don't agree with what you're saying, and he has done some questionable things or whatever, or hasn't, I don't know. But he definitely used to squash the little YouTuber. Or like just bury us and all he has to do to bury us is ignore us and block us from his channel. That right there, now we don't have a platform to talk to people. And I never, that was my issue with him, is he blocked me for no reason. I wasn't promoting my channel on there. I wasn't doing anything. That was the whole catalyst behind why. And I'd seen him do it to a lot of smaller crypto guys, just ban him for no reason, just because he didn't want him to talk on that platform or whatever the reason was. I don't know. But yeah, that was my problem with him back in the day. So I'm just going to let it go. Like I said, I'm starting fresh from here because I like what he's doing, and his actions, speak louder than those kind of things to me. So check out MNW with the supply chain shortage. It looks nice. Already running Microsoft, FedEx, and UPS, working with Swift and XRP. I'm thinking about putting 1K into that over Matic. Market cap very low. MNW. I don't know about that one. We'll talk about other cryptos tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay, Matic's really strong. Yep. BitBoy Crypto is human. Yeah, so I saw a little bit of his humanity too. And that, I like. BitBoy Crypto is human. Guy is actually a prominent person. He knows his stuff. He exposed FTX. We can't follow everything everyone says. And I don't. And that's what I said. I take everybody's opinion, and then I take all of what I know, and I take that opinion and I put them together, and whatever the outcome is for me. And in this case, I believe that, he's probably made some mistakes. He's admitted it, by some of the things he's promoted. And, he's definitely doing all of us a service by standing up to these tyrants. So you might be mad at him for the past, but he's, that to me is starting to make it up, man. When you go to battle on our behalf, we got your back. So that doesn't mean we have your back with everything, but we do have your back on this. ICP hasn't even had a bull market yet, but people want to bash it. Yeah, that's funny. I never even thought of that. Yeah, we haven't even had a bull market yet in ICP. How can you bash a crypto that hasn't even had a full bull market yet? Okay, wow. I have my BitBoy reservations. We know the game he was playing. Seems like he's trying to reinvent and pivot his business. He doesn't have to, though. He doesn't. He could continue shilling coins to you and still grow his channel. He could do that, right? He could shill you all the coins he wanted. And so that's where I come in, because I know all the power that you have over your channel. You can do whatever you want when it comes to stuff like that. As long as it's not illegal, you could do it. And he could shill his coins every day if he wanted. He doesn't have to do stuff like this. So that's why I'm saying, okay, we'll start over now. It could be just a ploy, but from what I've heard, yeah, I think he's on a new track. So, and I refollowed him again. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt right there. Hope BitBoy makes right after Pamp token rug pull. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he's bringing attention to ICP too, and other communities like HBAR and crypto that are going to do a lot for the space. That I care more about the space than I do making a quick profit. Bitcoin Renner, you summoned. Hey, Tom McWallet's here, man. If you guys don't know who Tom McWallet is, we had an episode one time, and he was telling me about something about atomic wallet, and I legit thought he was talking about some dude named Tom McWallet. And I'm like, dude, I've never heard of this guy. And he's talking to me like, you never heard of Tom McWallet? And he was saying atomic wallet. But so he made a character of Tom McWallet. It was pretty funny. Now you're in on the inside joke. Coinbase, KuCoin has ICP. Yeah, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, Binance US. I don't know if Binance US does. I'll have to check on that one. Yeah, a lot of them have it. If you sell within a year of getting a crypto at profit, you pay a capital gains tax. So that is traditional. If you bought with, there is a loophole in there. That's what I'm saying. I would talk to your tax professional before you did it, but you do not have to pay capital gains taxes unless you bought it with a stable coin. That's what the IRS says on their website. I got it directly from the IRS. So I would definitely contact a lawyer about that law, though, and you can look it up if you want. It's on the IRS. Just look up IRS and then probably capital gain taxes for stable coins and look it up. Maybe I'll have a future. I made an episode about it once, way back in the day, and I showed you the thing I think on the IRS website. So maybe check that out. Okay, this is a lot. I can't go through all this. We'll be here all night. Thank you guys. Let me just kind of. Oh, thanks for tweeting this out. Yeah. Cubetopia's replies and tweets tab. It's the fourth one down. Okay, cool. So it was Cubetopia. Sweet. That's cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for sticking around the whole episode. We had a lot to talk about tonight. We went over some amazing technicals, but I think we had an amazing conversation tonight. We talked about a lot of things that I think needed to be talked about, like the DeFi, the scandals that have been going on, where we see ICP in the market cap rankings, why it's going to be there, and just so much more. This is a very good video, and I'd appreciate if you guys shared this, because when I do a video like this, I really think more people need to see this than my average videos, even if it only gets like 100 more than normal. I really think this video is valuable, and with the technicals and with the commentary. So I appreciate you guys. All right, guys, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin.